Bitcoin, a rocket ship to the upside, but right into the key level here. So again, if we take a look at this chart, I just want to show you, here was your low end of support right down here on the chart of Bitcoin. One of the things I always like to point out is that if you look at the low, we went back to where the ETF was approved right down here, and look at the bounce back. All right, the other thing to note here as well is the 60,000 level has been the level, and I talked about this in my game plan this morning, and I get the 60,000 resistance by taking this, connecting it to this exact low, extending it out, and it comes right up into this level here, right? So right in this vicinity, right through here, right through here, right through here, and that's where we are currently residing up into. So you do have a little resistance here at 60,000. If it can get above 60,000, then you're in good shape here for a move to the upside, maybe back to test the 70,000 level.
Bitcoin Zella stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to Bitcoin Zella today and enjoy the new edge. Let's join Gareth in this video about Bitcoin and more.
We have a rally on Wall Street, a rally in the crypto markets, and it's not fading today. That's a good sign for bulls. It may insinuate a move up into probably the 5,450 level on the S&P 500. We'll look at that in just one case, or in 1 second here on the charts. Before we do that, quickly jumping over here to the heat map and the key components today, what we can see is, again, S&P 500, NASDAQ, and Dow all having monstrous gains. Look at that gain on the Dow today, 780 points, 2%. NASDAQ is up 2.6%, and the S&P 500 even coming in strong, up 2.65%. Oil, small gain there, up 64 cents here on the day, about 0.85%, and gold having a very solid rally, up 1 2/3%. Bitcoin having a robust move, but this is the key issue here, is it is testing resistance here at 60,000. If you tuned into my game plan this morning, I gave you this level. I said, guys, watch this level here on Bitcoin. This is going to be the first major level of resistance. And I said, my target is 60,000. Then we have to see how price action maneuvers there. Look at the crypto one. I mean, the crypto one is just a sea of green. There's only a few grays. And grays, by the way, generally mean up or down less than 1%. So it's basically neutral. The stock one is equally as green, almost equally as green, I should say. Again, look at the gain on NVIDIA today, 5.6%. Huge gain there. And again, semiconductors are holding their gains today. That is awesome to see, folks. That is a short-term bullish sign. Now, what was the cause of this? Let's talk a little bit about that. So the cause of the rally today. Now, listen, the market seemed like they were looking for a reason. They were looking for any excuse to get things going today, and they got it today in the form of jobless claims. Jobless claims coming in slightly lower than anticipated. Remember, lower jobless claims is good because it means less people are filing for unemployment, aka maybe less people are losing jobs, right? So that, again, was a bullish sign for the markets. The markets just started to rip higher. I talked about even a bull flag on the pre-market data this morning following that, and sure enough, we did see further upside afterwards. So really good move on that front. Now, if we go to the S&P 500 here and we take a look at the chart today, you can see here was where we opened, and look at that to the upside. Look at the rip to the upside, a little consolidation, which is a bull flag, then a move up, and then we've just kind of been consolidating. I'm sure there's some profit takers up here, but again, notice how it's different than the last couple days. If we go to the last couple days, we had the gap down on Monday, the rally, and then the fade. The Tuesday rally early, fade. Wednesday, gap up, fade. Today, there's a change in character. All right, so as long as the Nikkei doesn't screw it up tonight, I would be net bullish on the markets for the short term. And again, I say the Nikkei because that's really where a lot of the concern has come, going back to last weekend when we saw the Nikkei dropping 12% overnight. And even going back to last Friday, there was kind of this already steep decline in the Nikkei starting as the Japanese central bank was hiking rates. Now, as I explained to you guys earlier this week, the Bank of Japan basically came out and said, hey, we won't hike rates anymore as long as there's a crisis. To me, that is hugely negative for the bigger term. Short term, yes, it's a reprieve. It's giving the markets their drug of choice. It's giving them a reprieve. But longer term, it sets a horrible precedent, like me giving candy to my kids even when they do something that's not rewardable, right? That's the key, is that you're rewarding the markets for throwing a hissy fit. And a hissy fit should never be rewarded. It teaches us or the markets a bad lesson that if things get tough, just throw a fit and the Federal Reserve banks around the globe will come out and bail us out. So that, again, is my issue with it overall. All right. Going back to the market, what could be the likely move in the market?
Bitcoin futures liquidations caused significant losses for speculators, leading to a market purge. Bitcoin liquidations reached $365 million, purging over-leveraged market speculators, according to Glassnode's weekly newsletter, The Week On-Chain. Short-term holders, STAs, have experienced the largest unrealized losses since the FTX collapse, with only 7% of CTA holdings in profit. Newcomers sold $850 million of BTC at a loss, indicating severe financial stress among recent buyers. Current losses and market conditions are reminiscent of the BTC price dip below $30,000 a year ago and the FTX implosion. Analysts suggest that the current price levels can mark a potential buying opportunity, with metrics indicating a possible recovery.
Good move on gold, good bounce. It did close above the dotted line. That's bullish in the short term. So let's see if it continues to trade up, might retest and touch 2,500. We have yet to pierce 2,500. I think to get a short-term top in, you have to at least touch and break 2,500 based on psychology of the markets. People love that even number, and the pom-poms will be out in heavy force pumping gold if it can break 2,500. Silver today also had a good bounce. I'm still a little nervous about silver based on this chart. It still seems to want to go down to this level down here, so I'm going to keep an eye on that. Oil today eked out a continual move to the upside, so a little bit of upside there. In terms of resistance on oil, where would that be? Well, what we can do here is take this trend line here, connect it right to this low, so these highs right to this little bounce low. You'll have a little resistance on the chart around 77. If it can get through 77, you could test $78.75, which would be this pivot top here. And then natural gas, quickly going over this one. Natural gas, again, guys, holding steady. Another big update today. I did take profits on my boil yesterday, but another little update today. Natural gas looking really, really nice. Maybe headed up to test this 228 level right up here.
Michael Saylor reveals personal Bitcoin holdings exceeding $1 billion, underscoring his strong commitment to the cryptocurrency. Michael Saylor disclosed his personal Bitcoin holdings of 17,732 BTC, worth over $1 billion, during a Bloomberg interview, reflecting his unwavering commitment to the cryptocurrency. Saylor supports Senator Cynthia Lummis's proposal for a U.S. strategic Bitcoin reserve, aiming to accumulate up to 1 million BTC, highlighting Bitcoin's importance on a national scale. Saylor observed a shift in political perspectives, noting that politicians worldwide now recognize Bitcoin as the most desirable property in cyberspace. Saylor argues that Bitcoin's volatility is a feature that contributes to its superior long-term performance and investment value. Emphasizing Bitcoin as a long-term asset, Saylor compares it to valuable Manhattan real estate, advising against spending Bitcoin on everyday purchases. IMF and El Salvador are making progress in policies to enhance economic stability and address Bitcoin-related risks. The IMF reports advancements in negotiations with El Salvador to address macroeconomic imbalances and enhance growth. The focus includes strengthening public finances, boosting bank reserves, and improving governance. Agreed measures aim to improve the primary fiscal balance by 3.5% of GDP over 3 years through fiscal consolidation, primarily by rationalizing the public wage bill. Structural reforms include a multi-year strategy to enhance governance and transparency, with legislative proposals to tackle corruption, money laundering, and procurement weaknesses. Despite many Bitcoin risks not materializing, there is a joint recognition of the need for further efforts to enhance transparency and mitigate potential risks from Bitcoin. El Salvador, the first country to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender, has maintained a strategy of purchasing 1 BTC daily and attracting foreign investment by eliminating income tax for international investments. If you've been with us so far, a big thank you. Don't forget to subscribe for free to Bitcoin Zella for your daily news. The link is waiting below. That's all for today's crypto news. Stick around for more updates, insights, and analysis on cryptocurrencies. Share your thoughts in the comments, like this video, and subscribe for more exciting content.